Hello!
Hello!
And welcome to Project Mosquito.
In this episode we're going to be mounting our steering column.
It looks like a car and it feels car-shaped.
It does actually feel like you're in a proper special place.
So in last week's episode, Dad made a brand new steering column clamp. So in this episode, we need to get rid of the old one, and the first job in doing that is to get rid of the pedal box.
Yeah.
Temporarily.
Yeah, because last thing we want is getting grinding dust and sparks and stuff over our shiny pedal box.
Chop the old mount off, and then you need to make some inserts in the lathe.
Yep.
And then we can drill it and weld the inserts in, and then bolt up our new clamp in place. We'll do the end fittings. Now what we need to do is use the other clamp, the second clamp, the one that's inboard of the knee bar, to mount the column up, and then we know where everything goes.
Yeah.
Because we'll have to drill holes to weld these in.
Yep.
We can't drill holes to weld these in until we know where our aluminium clamp goes, and we don't know where our aluminium clamp goes because it needs cutouts for the shaft column.
Yeah, on the outer column piece, there are two flat pieces to stop the column rotating.
It stops it coming.
And it stops it coming into the cab if you get hit. So we need to put some little slots in the aluminium mounting block.
But we need to know where they go. So to know where they go, we need to assemble it all.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it's because it's going through two thicknesses.
Yep. We're in a little bit less. Yeah. Now then. Gonna have to drop it down,
to drop it down, yeah.
To get it on.
What's stopping us here? I need to cut some of that out.
Some more out.
Some of this.
Yeah. Right. And this is of course all in aid of not being smacked in the face by your steering column if you ever have an accident. Because, ouch. Well, it's aimed at your heart, isn't it? Mm-hmm. In fact, the other day I was watching a video of a guy sat in a car, right? Like, kind of reviewing this car, but more showcasing a build, right? And it's a car that I really like and I really look up to. But the guy puts his hand on the steering wheel up here. And he said, oh, it really feels like a rally car. It really and I'm thinking, can you imagine driving, like old-fashioned rally cars used to drive for 12, 13 hours nearly flat out, didn't they?
Yep.
And can you imagine having your arms up here for 12 or 13 hours?
Above your heart.
Above your heart.
No chance.
Not happening. It's, you want your centre of your steering wheel roughly aimed at your heart, which is why it's incredibly important that it never meets it in the event of an incident.
Who'd have thought there was so much work making a steering column clamp?
I don't think there is, because most steering column clamps are like a little bit of stamped steel. I think it's a case of how much work you can make it, to be honest. And path of most resistance it is. Dad says, "Ah, it'll only take a day." This is.
Oh, I didn't say which day though.
This is video number 3, and one of those videos took a day and a half. So, yeah, but it'll be worth it when it's done.
Oh yeah.
Just another case of like making videos nobody really wants to watch because
Not much happens.
not much happens, but it'll be worth it when it's all done. Greater than the sum of its parts. It's one of them. We've established this. Nobody cares about interiors and like pedal boxes and stuff like that.
I do.
I do. I'm really important, but it's one of those things that people just gloss over. But it's, you get stuff free when you buy a car, and those things that you get free are things like pedals, and like some people might put a like throttle by wire pedal in, steering column clamp, all that kind of thing. You tend to get free, don't you?
Yep.
So. Your wheel, you put in fat edge onto skinny edge again, like that.
So, panic for a second then. I thought, oh no, shot wrong bit out.
I know you did. I love puzzles. When I was 4, we were thrown out of the Discovery shop in Manchester.
Yeah. Yeah, because Oliver went to, you know, the wire puzzles where they all twist together.
Like at Christmas time, they have like the table of impossible puzzles, and I may have walked around the table of impossible puzzles and dismantled every single puzzle. And then they asked us to leave, and then as we were walking out, they asked us if I could put them back together again, because nobody in the shop knew how. To which we said, obviously no, and just walked out. But yeah, I love puzzles, always have. It's the problem solving is my favourite part of building the car. I've never been as handy as you, right? But I can, for some reason, I can build stuff in my head and take it apart in my head, and it usually works. Not always, but usually.
More filing needed.
It's exactly 90 degrees, isn't it? So in theory, it should only clamp up straight.
Yeah, you can only clamp up straight. Yeah. But we've got...
Pretty good, that.
Put these clamp bolts in first, just loosely. And then we'll pull it all together and see where we are.
Come on, through you pop. Through you pop. There. Dad, this needs slots in it that way, and then that can go that way.
Yeah, but then you're going to run into the side here.
Then we make a bit. We've got plenty of room, but yeah, it's the wheels tilted. This side of the wheels slightly towards me. Yeah.
No, it's not.
This side of the wheel is slightly towards me. I'm telling you, because I can feel it. And the column itself is towards the centre of the car. It's like your Diane, in fact. It's almost that much. I'm like Shakira. These hips don't lie. Wait, but it's my hands. You won't mind it because it's offset the same way as your Diane is, so you're used to it. Yeah?
Yeah, but it's a tiny amount.
I know. I'm building my own car to make it, to put up with a tiny amount.
But if we do move it that way, we've got to keep it straight, so that'll mean we've got to alter the front bulkhead.
I don't think we'll have to. It's a tiny bit. It's not going anywhere.
That's going to be it. One of the other things is to take it off, file it out and put it back.
Take it off, file it out. We may eventually replace these universal joints on the mid shaft because they look like they're from a Land Rover. They're a bit huge, and slightly unnecessary.
Yeah, like an Escort Group 4 one's a lot slimmer than that.
Yep. They make them out of aluminium and all sorts. Yeah, they're fit for purpose.
Yeah.
They're fit for purpose, they're just not like, they're a bit agricultural. And yeah, not a massive fan. But much like the master cylinders, until you get stuff kind of sorted, you don't want to spend a lot of money on something really expensive that you might not be using forever, you know? You kind of want to get set up first, don't you?
Yeah.
And then spend your money. Because after all, we don't all have bottomless pits of money we can all spend on throwing money at problems. Yeah, because this clamp is perfectly at 90 degrees.
It can't be anything else.
All right, so let's see it's not square then. I'm not square to the, yeah. As long as we've got room, well, we obviously have, because it's not bolted in.
Yeah.
It's only bolted in with one bolt currently. So we are off by a little bit.
But it's literally 1 or 2 millimetres, it's not more.
But it's not much at all. I'm just sensitive to these things.
Right, come on, let's get it drilled.
Exactly aimed at your heart. Right, it seems like a really funny seating position, this. But if you look at a lot of Formula cars, they're not dissimilar. And this tube is not like close to my knees at all. I just looks it because I'm big. It's like this looks close to my head because I'm big, but it's not. It's actually, even with a helmet on, I'm still 50 millimeters away. So that's okay. When it's all bolted together, of course. So yeah, so it's really comfy. Comfiest car I've ever sat in, weirdly. Because it's like a go-kart. And it is a bit Formula when you've got your feet on pedal box and stuff. But it's lovely. It's a really nice seating position. And it's a really safe seating position as well. You know, it's anti-submarining, it's nice and low, you're low with the car, it'd be superb. I wanted it to feel like you're wearing the car. And I think that's what we've achieved. So I'm happy. So before we weld our inserts in, I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of our Patreon members who help keep the lights on. Well, I say that, the lights are solar powered, but you get my drift, right? And I'd like to say a huge thank you to our qualifying slicks and slicks, and the qualifying slicks go first because they both get a shout out mid-video, but qualifying slicks get their name on a plaque on the finished car. So I'd like to say a huge thank you to Neil Fuller, Derek Green and Steve Schreifer.
Thank you, guys.
And our slicks, Alex Bottomley, Jamie Dowden, David Flaherty, Old Goat, Robert Millwood, Logan Pillsbury, Rob Podmore, Liam Quinn, Darryl Rowe, Tim Ritchie, Mike Saki, Joe Stripley and Andy Wood. If you're interested, for less than the price of a portion of McDonald's chips per month, you can help support us building this car and making the videos that you love to watch, for which you get an extra midweek video over on Patreon plus spoilers for upcoming videos. So if that sounds like a good deal to you, then head on over to patreon.com/oliverpickard or check out the link in the description. And a huge thank you to every single one of our existing Patreon members.
Yes, thank you, guys. Oh, that were a faff. That's the first time it's all been bolted all together properly.
Yeah, pedal box isn't bolted in, but other than that,
No, I mean steering wise.
yeah. Yeah, the whatsits aren't bolted on tight either. The ball joints on the uprights, steering ball joints. What do you call them?
Yeah.
The end.
Track rod ends.
Track rod ends, that's the word. When Dad and I first came up with kind of what we wanted this car to be, and we basically created a list of everything that we wanted, didn't we?
Yep.
Out of a car. And it wasn't performance figures, because we're not trying to win a race. I don't care about if anybody's faster than me, good for you, right? It's not about that. You know, we're not taking it to a track. This isn't designed to win time attack or any like racing series. It's too light to fit in most racing series. It's under the minimum weight. What we wanted was a car that moved in a certain way on the road, a car that was very soft, and didn't need the springs and suspension to manage the roll, because the roll was managed by the suspension arms and the fact that the weight was so low and that the wheel centers were quite high, and so the car could roll within the suspension, which prevents jacking and stuff. We wanted a car that shrunk around you when you drove it, so that you basically wore the car. When I first started going from mountain biking to road cycling, I was shocked. The first thing that I was amazed by was the fact that when your bike fits you, you actually wear the bike. Whereas when you're on a mountain bike, you sit on it. And some cars are like that. Some cars you sit in and sit on, yeah? Got hatchbacks, are very sit on top of, and you sat very upright. And we wanted something that you really sit in and that you wear, and that kind of has this amazing visibility and you can see all around you, which is really important on our roads.
Yeah, so we needed like super slim A-pillars. You know, these pillars here need to be super slim, so you can actually spot your apex of your corners, and you can spot tractors and oncoming deer.
Yeah,
and
wild boar. And like Dad made a list of all of his favourite cars he's ever owned, and all of these favourite like handling traits and stuff that you've ever had. Yeah. And like the tractability of your Renault 12, for example, which is the car that used to be in the intro to these videos, the last rally car you had. Yeah. You loved, not because it was the fastest thing though, but just because it was so good to drive.
It was so nice to drive, yeah.
And that's kind of what this is about. It's not about kind of winning a thing, it's about driving pleasure, because you can sharpen a car to the point that makes it worse to drive. It has less driver feel, it has less driver feedback. It, you know, things like race ABS, stuff like that. Like if you give a proper racing driver anything that they want, they'll say no ABS, no traction control, but just let me drive, you know what I mean? And that's what we wanted. We wanted the purest driving experience possible before that's not a thing anymore. And with every single step of this car, we get closer to that dream. We get closer to ticking all of those things off this list, and this is fantastic. And you've done an absolutely superb with this mount. Yeah,
and I say you could literally swing on that steering wheel, and it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's strong enough to lift the car with. So I'd like to say a huge thank you to every. You're going to want to sit in this, aren't you? Yeah. You're going to have to flipping pry me out. So I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of you for watching this video, and a massive thank you to all of our Patreon members. And please tell us what you think down in the comments below. Do you like it now? It's all installed and next to everything else.
Everything else, yeah.
Yes. So make sure that you join us for the rest of this adventure by clicking subscribe and the bell icon if you wish to be notified.
Yep. Also, give us a like.
Yeah. Like I said, thank you for watching. Please be awesome to each other, and we'll see you all in the next episode.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.